well, you know, prepared for this particular map.
Versed in the art of the blade.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it will be enough. I mean, I just want to find out. I'm so interested to see if Vitality can recover that loss or if they're going to be completely... Oh, wow, out and long. It's already going down. Apex, RPK, and zywoo all run into the Blameleth himself. And he just shuts them down. He's in for more. They nearly line up. Oh, he's so close. A bullet away from acing Vitality in the pistol round. That just happened way too soon. And I actually thought, all right, like as soon as he finds out that they're coming, you know, he'd fall back and just be like, I gotta want to stick around here. But he went for it. That's...
What even is going on here?
That's incredible.
Now shoxy's got a minute to complicate, you know, to complicate things, I suppose, but like to also contemplate the meaning of life, because he's nowhere near the bomb. Complexity, no. They have the bomb. They have control of everywhere. They're just gonna wait for him. All right, so just let's take advantage of this to give you some stats real quick, just to show you like the kind of David and Goliath scenario that Complexity find themselves in. Last Overpass, I mean, #1 team on Overpass, right? They played it 6 times in the last 3 months. They've won 5 of them, and those are against world-class opponents like Astralis on this map, who are no joke on Overpass. And so Vitality, this is kind of home turf for them here on this map. It's a tall order for Complexity, but at least it looks like the pistol's going to go their way.
Yeah, shox, 25 seconds. Going to be sneaking in. I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, go for the knife. You've probably already lost a round, or you have lost a round, in fact. The bomb is so far away that he can't get back to the bomb site, even picking it up. So that is really cool for the captain of the Complexity side. And shox, I mean, he can make some more money here, which he is. It's interesting. Huh. But yeah, he's just too far away.
This has actually turned into a big win for shoxy.
Yeah.
He gets 3 kills off the back of that. He's got Kevlar, a flash grenade going into the next round. Actually, all things considered, it's almost as if he had just died anyway, right? He's going to be able to buy, he's going to be able to buy a gun if he wants it. Get a little deeg to go with the Kev.
Yeah, might as well. But what a fantastic start. That's really cool. And I don't know, the Complexity that we saw at the end of the map over on Mirage was not exactly the kind that we like to see. So I'm really interested if it just looks like that and they're going to come back swinging on this map and just be really good and beat Complexity up, or if it's I don't know, a sign of something slightly more worrying. Because I don't know, we've been having that feeling maybe that there are you know, a couple of cracks in the foundation that are starting to show themselves. Like the fact that they fell back. Ooh, that's a nice kill for poison there. But yeah, they didn't want to stick out long and fight, and I don't really blame them. Complexity, just, you know, it's probably not worth it. Especially because if you lose a rifle out there, you can't really get it back, and they'll come pick it up. Close, and with the Tech 9, Org on the other side, though, yes, lots of backup here, so they're going to be fine. Again, the bomb is on the ground, and it's Apex out here with the scout, so they will be all right.
No, that's no problem at all. Not too much of a loss here. I mean, I'm really just so impressed with how I think Complexity actually, our desk really nailed it as well with poison coming back. The point that was being made here going into this match is that you don't even need poison to hard carry. You just need that comfort zone to be back here for Complexity, where the players, instead of wondering like, okay, does this guy get the plan? Does he know what he needs to be doing in the situation? You've already got a the groundwork, you know, built out with poison. Now you're back to that 5-man roster. You're sitting side by side. I mean, I don't feel like we can put enough emphasis on the fact that these guys sitting in the same room after so many months of them just being spread out, not having that team spirit, not having the esprit de corps, like having everybody together in the same room again now. That's so huge for Complexity.
Yeah, and I think, again, it's probably also when if you got a stand-in, you know that's not going to be your full-time player, and you're sitting around, you know, let's practice at 5 p.m., guys.
Yeah.
So it feels weird because you know that this practice is going to be, you know, I mean, it's important in the moment, but it's not the long-term thing that you want to be going for. So I'm sure that's a little bit demotivating as well. Now, yeah, the time that they spent, they've got some return on it, which, you know, you can clearly tell. The French chart where the wine and the baguette is on the ground can't be an accident. And they do run past. They don't stop and hang out there for long.
You see this? I do actually wish we could see existence on this map, because when they were taking, you know, these hard eco rounds, they treat them as timeouts. Back before timeouts were a thing, that would be the perfect place for them to take one, right? Just run over there,
sit around,
lounge in the sunlight, die at the hands of a 50 caliber bullet.
It actually looked like, yeah, the drop on them. They're pushing all the way down. I like this. I mean, it's a good idea. They catch Rush, showing up with nades though, and should be a pretty good retake coming in here. Could have been dangerous if Blamef would have also gone down, but apex not able to find the second bullet needed for that shot. So pretty expensive round for complexity and a bomb plant for vitality. Actually, I think this is pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
They're going to have a lot to work with in this upcoming round, and they've done some economic damage, so fair play.
Yeah, no, that's actually a feel-good round for vitality. That was a hard eco, Anders. I mean, they just spent a little bit of money on deagles, and that's it. So for them to get that kind of return on that investment, that's a really solid round here from vitality. And complexity are now the ones who need to be reminded not to get complacent here. Everything went right for you in the second half of Mirage. Everything's gone right for you so far in the first 3 rounds of Overpass. But now you got to buckle down, and you got to hit those shots. And Poison going aggressive mid with the AWP, I love to see it. This takes confidence. zywoo's got a good spawn to go and take this fight, but with that smoke going down, they don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, and interesting, zywoo does not have the AWP. shox running through the smoke. Nice follow-up there by Rush, and yeah, that's a smart fallback. A 1-for-1 trade probably favors the T side, but if you go down in the sewers like that, it's going to put a lot of pressure on that B-bomb site, so I can respect the fact that he didn't want to stick around any longer than necessary. Bomb is being brought back, and so is the rest of Vitality, and they're going to walk through this tunnel with really no warning. No flashbangs are going in, so it's going to be up to this fight. And Masuta, he's been so on point, he's going to win that, but the follow-up is amazing. From Config and Rush, it looked like they practically just walked into the line of fire, and see, he's going to be going down as well. Apex trying to recover the scenario in a 1 versus 3, and he can't get past Poison up on the high ground. So a 4th round for complexity.
Yeah, and I mean, look at how, I'm still just focused a lot on complexity and the change in body language we've already seen from these guys. Rush showing a lot of heart. Config always shows a lot of emotion, but now, you know, they're really looking towards each other. They're really feeding off of each other, and you got to give credit where credit is due as well. In terms of individual performance, in the dark days here, where complexity were struggling, Rush was the top performer. For complexity, he stepped up when his team needed him. That's not his role to carry. He was the best performing complexity player at the global finals. So I mean, even Rush is here to do his job for complexity, and you can count on him. He's waving that NA flag right now.
Well, Rush has been through a lot in his career, so if anyone has sort of the mental stability to deal with it, it's probably him. He's been treated not that well by the NA scene, in my opinion. But yeah, I agree, he's showing a lot of heart right here, and it definitely seems really dialed in. Masuta already wallbanged down now. They're going to be boosting up to try and take a look pretty deep into that connector. And yeah, this could be really lethal. Obviously, you can get surprised if they come out the monster tunnel and take down jaCkz. You're going to be, you know, trampling literally on top of each other to try and get away, but I still kind of like it. They're going to give up on it for the minute. Blamef is about to run into zywoo over at long as well. Looks like there could be a counter boost coming, but I think, yeah, this is the real fight here, because now Blamef is going to take a look around and find no one else. And the question is, are Vitality going to be quick about taking this bomb site before more backup shows up?
That is a good point. Rush and jaCkz, though. Looks like they're going for the gamble here.
Oh, wow.
And no way.
Oh,
Apex is going to rage.
Yeah, it's going to be off the charts, isn't it? It's just gone. He's going to be shut down. Now, he did put out the Molotov, but I'm not sure it even matters any longer. They're trapped on that L-bend, 25 seconds, and I don't think they can make it through. jaCkz with a spray down. A nice triple kill for him. And it had to be Apex that they catch out there. 5-0 in favor of complexity.
It had to be Apex.
It just had to be.
It's just everything that can go wrong right now for Vitality. The last guy you want getting snuck up on.
There's a lesson here, though. I mean, as soon as they lose zywoo out there, it did take them a while before they didn't. They were sort of setting it up, right? Sometimes you have to not procrastinate. Procrastinate for the Twitch chat.
Stop it.
You have to.
He got it in there. No. That wasn't supposed to happen.
I snuck it right on the. I'm going to get 5 one of these days. Blamef with a kill on Apex again. There are a lot of people out there, but apparently this is his fate now. zywoo takes down Blamef afterwards, and yeah, well, a pick that gives them an AUG and something to work with. So they need a turnaround here. I feel like they need like a bit of an ego boost, Vitality to stop this. They don't have that much to work with, but again, I mean, we've seen these rounds being won all of the time, so why not for Vitality if they can find another good entry and get a bomb down? It's doable.
It certainly is, given how jaCkz... Well, poizon is rotating down now to help him out, so he will be in position with the AWP. But jaCkz is definitely at risk of getting overwhelmed quickly here if there's enough bodies to get thrown at him by Vitality.
Look at Config. He's going to be late, but he was finding the info. Good shot and a good follow-up, and that is the bomb plant and everything else. I was going to say Config was actually running long to take a look there. Maybe to also look for the org and see what was happening out there.
Yeah.
But, so if they hadn't gone at it that quickly, it would have it would have been some good info. Well, Skybox AI prediction there saying about the 89%, but we can tell it's actually 100% because they're not even going for the retake.
Silly AI. See, they can't get everything right.
Not yet. We're safe for another year at least.
This is the risk that the Complexity run by playing so passively, right? If you're going to play this kind of retake style, like it seems like they got kind of caught between the two. They weren't sure if they were going to go for like fully commit to retake or not. But if you're going to play that passively, you need to hit your shots immediately as soon as the opportunity presents itself. And this time around, it's Vitality who come out ahead. They even managed to save that AWP, so they're going to be feeling very good about that one. Can hand that over to zywoo, and now we can see if we are going to get that mano-a-mano fight in mid between poizon and zywoo. What's zywoo's spawn like? It's actually not terrible either. He's kind of ahead of everybody else, so he could make a run for it. See if he can make it there before the molly spawn. But it's not looking good. poizon.
He's gonna say he's gonna be standing in the molly at any rate, right? Like that just always is thrown. So
yeah,
runs past it instead, and well, no fight just yet. I think he's just spotting long. Good idea with the early boost. Not risk-free. I mean, this could be triple naded. Stralis, I think, coining that idea.
This is also Blameff conditioning them, right? I mean, if he keeps showing himself at long,
yeah,
Vitality keep after respecting long. They can't just disregard that because then the quick flank can come in and they can get ruined because of it. So a little bit of information being gained here from Vitality clearing out long, and now they're going to work their way back into mid, and poizon is currently set up with that AWP. Not a favorable angle, but one he can make work here if RPK were silly enough to slow walk his way through.
I love the fact that people are aiming through the indentation in the trash cans.
Yeah.
Just to, oh, they lined up. Masuta nearly taking full damage. And that is not the way that they had planned that. They almost did take down poizon, so I guess, there was some reasoning behind all of that. shox is outside of B with the bomb alone at 40 seconds. I think that's, for us at least, a strong indicator. Not that they'll know that yet. zywoo gonna go down. The kind of shot that he would normally have no problem hitting, but not quick enough, or at least aiming in the wrong direction. jaCkz out here. I don't know how they get out, and jaCkz won't let them either. He isn't going to help them find that answer. So shox sneaking in, 20 seconds left, and the flashbang. That is so well timed. If it wasn't already basically impossible, that flashbang certainly made it worse. It was like a stick in there. It was like a flat. If you were on a bike and someone threw a flashbang at you, would that be worse than a stick in the wheel? I don't know.
A stick in the wheel? I was thinking, nothing's worse than a stick in the eye. But in both scenarios, you're not seeing anything.
So worried. I'm just... All right. Well, regardless, they don't have a bicycle, but they get flashed anyway.
This is really building it up here for poizon in this narrative, in terms of him stepping back into his role on the team as that AWP player. Blameff can now count on having an op to play around, one that can fit into the system. And so far, out of 6 kills, he's got 3 of those with the AWP. And he is opening up solid. 100% on his opening duels right now.
Unlike zywoo, who's 1 in 6 and has like 40 ADR, this is so interesting. And, yeah, this is probably still a CT-sided map if you know what you're doing. But
always check that, Andrews.
The overall stats, I don't know, but I still think you can get away with a lot on this map if you're well drilled on it. Nice aggressive push from Blameff. He'll take one, spin around. There are no flashbangs to help them in. They're just fighting him, and poizon is there to back it up. Between the two of them, they basically take out the entire Vitality lineup here, leaving shox on his own in a 1 versus 5. And they seem so uncomfortable. They don't seem like they... Is there any part of the map right now that you could sort of comfortably say that Vitality are in control of at the start of these rounds, apart from T-spawn? I'm not sure. poizon with the final kill. Make it a triple, why don't you? 7-1 in their favor.
What a remarkable performance so far from Complexity.
Yeah. This is very cool.
And well, Anders, to answer your question, yes, it's over 240 maps played, 50.8% CT sided.
I'll take that point. No problem.
That is, you know, so clearly CT sided.
Clearly, yeah.
Just uncontested.
But so yeah, I mean, but I don't think that is what is that 0.8%. I don't think is accounting for the 7-1 scoreline. I'm not going to stretch the truth that much. You know,
Still have outliers.
I'll try and live it,
dude,
if I can get away with it. But that's maybe too much.
No way. Does he get another one?
He's just out here. He's not even afraid. Eventually, gonna get run down. Actually, probably could have been a pretty clean kill. So, I don't know. I feel like maybe Complexity could have avoided some of these deaths here. Might want to take a deep breath.
Yeah, maybe it's time to start pumping the brakes a little bit. You start handing shox and AWP for free like this, and it could get out of hand. Perfectly capable of clutching, with plenty of time to work with as well. A minute 10 still on the clock. Bomb not in Complexity's control. So now Shoxy. Once upon a time, we all remember the days of LDCZ. The man was lethal with the pistols. Some would say he was faster than his own shadow.
I mean, you know, that I think it's just become very hard to be like that, you know, anymore. Like even just because the overall level has just increased like year on year, right? Like I just feel like the competition is there, or at least it's become like this filter where, you know, the few people, the 2 people basically that can like fit through that right now. Like, you know, there was a point in time where we had probably more that you could have had that argument about. I just think because the overall level has gone up so high at the moment, it's tricky. But also for shox, I mean, he's not being given the mistakes that you normally need to win 1 versus 3s. Instead, they're waiting around. Config will find that kill. And shox, not, I mean, what can you do? Can't really blame himself, can he? 8-1. The Juggernaut has starting to gain momentum here. It's running through the walls.
He's redecorating.
Redecorating.
The interior of Team Vitality's house right now. And by redecorating, I mean smashing everything to bits. 8-1. On the CT side of Overpass, strong economy, everything going. They feel like they've got a read, and Poison and Blamef just continue to play aggro mid. And this time, Poison's going to go into Connector, hoping that perhaps Shoxy was going to try and change things up and get over here, but that is not going to be the case. Yeah,
but you like it anyway, right? As a show of, you know, just staying unpredictable. It's always a good idea. All right, run boost. Out. It's going to be an empty run boost. There's no one out there to catch them.
Oh man, that's crazy. Like Poison actually able to get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're right. That is the downside, though. If you get stuck in there, he might still be in trouble. They're really fast out long, and it's entirely possible that he's actually not even going to go long. But I was going to say, if he goes back, anyone that goes long right now might just get completely shocked by how many people are out there. And it's Config. Oh, but Blamef and Config, nade and Molotov. Oh, no. I'm going to need to see how that happened. It might have landed right on top of them. That is devastating. Poison with the 180, and he's ready for more. Taking him down, a triple kill here for the much-anticipated return. The Prodigal Son is back, and it's 9-1 in favor of Complexity. Let's just see this. There is the deep HE, Molotov on top. They can't get out. It just, I mean, it lands right on top. It does the damage. They get slowed down. That's... They actually had the jump on them. They had the element of surprise. I don't think Complexity were ready for it, and it's not enough anyway. Wow.
It's just so wholesome. You know, it's just wholesome right now, Complexity, because the manager's reaction, I'm just loving the Poison cam, because we get the manager's reaction behind him, and he just looks like he's having the best day of his life right now. So, and there's Poison continuing to dominate.
Okay, he tried to jump to get in behind the cover of the playground utilities out there. He just wanted to go on the swing, Sumler.
Yes, little did he know they were poisoned.
Well,
this is very quickly shaping up into a wonderful first half here for Complexity. They've already won the half. Best case scenario now for Vitality is 9-6.
Wonderful first half, wonderful series. I mean, they're about to take them down on 2 maps. We might not.
Hey, watch it.
The jinx is in.
Well, I've already counter-jinxed on Twitter, so it's all good. I'm pretty confident in my caster curse jinx, but...
Hold on. You said one thing on Twitter and another one on a prediction? That's a Duncan move.
We'll play. Yes, but this was also... These were strategic And I also have video evidence. That's the thing. There's a stream out there showing the method behind the madness.
That is such a cool shot. That's a nice shot.
Double digits though.
He's on his own. I mean, he's got some teammates that are in that birthday party, but still, you know, he's just feeling it. Unlike shox, he's going great here in just the meantime.
Oh, in the first half, he's
yeah, he wasn't like that. If you guys forget, like if you missed the first map, he was not like
jet
that.
black hair.
He's aged 15 years in one map.
I'm wondering right now if it's an issue that Vitality themselves are not on location in their facility. It's like I'm putting so much emphasis on complexity, and it's clearly having a wonderful benefit for them. The fact that they're all side by side in that room together, right? You know, it's on land essentially for them. I mean, Vitality in their great conquests, a lot of that was happening from their facility, the Vitality facility in Paris. And well, the players clearly aren't there right now. They're clearly on their own, and I'm wondering if that's having a big impact on the mental game.
Maybe, but they were also getting pretty upset even when they were there, right?
Sure, but then at least you have like the staff, you have XANTARES, you know, the coach, you have.
Yeah.
Perhaps some ways to mitigate that a little bit, at least.
I mean, I want to say yes. I think there's definitely a benefit to having people, you know, on location. Oh, Apex. He had the scout, and he's still found. I just don't know. We're laughing at his misfortune. It's just that I think it's like it's like a twisted kind of empathy because we've all been there. Like, you know, that like nothing you do just can work.
Sure.
And you're frustrated, and it's just building, you know. So take it like that, but still, yeah, I think it is an advantage. It's just that I think even when they were all on location, you could tell that there was something in this team that's gone a little bit, you know, wrong, and I just don't even understand it because again, you know, they're probably the second best team in the world, you know. So what's going on, you know? Where's the frustration coming from? Not being number one, you know, that's what you're fighting for, but
you're within striking distance.
Yeah,
you're right there.
Absolutely.
Astralis has shown that they can bleed, that they are mortal.
I think for the global finals, for the 2020 global finals that we just came out of, I think I picked Vitality over Astralis in some of those games.
You did, in fact.
Yeah, for that very reason. So, you know, I don't know why this is all starting to fall apart, but it feels like it is. Apex getting a kill. Might be close to the only one that they're going to get, boys, and he is. I mentioned Railgun earlier. That's what he's treating that orb like. He's all over the place on his own. He's just so confident in his own abilities, and
what? No way.
Dejected.
We're seeing all of the shades of emotion here.
That's what you look like if you see an email in your inbox from like the IRS telling you that you're getting audited. Like that seems like
that's what's happening, dude. What's going on right now though is Poison, 18 kills, 15 of those with the AWP. He is just gaming on these guys.
Kid is out of control.
15 kills with the AWP, one of them with the Deagle. And so far, 100% success rate on his opening duels.
Don't do it, Apex. Ooh, do it. That's a good... I've changed my mind. Oh!
There we go.
Taking down Poison. That's some sweet revenge. She should take a minute, definitely now, to just enjoy this. Just take a deep breath and say, that's good. 12-1 in favor of Complexity. Config right at the corner. 3 people in front of him. He's going to get flashed in. He's going to spray down the 1 and a double and nearly the triple, but not enough. And that should be a bomb plant. Misuta's running back to pick up that bomb right now. And jaCkz in a 1 versus 3. So might just be a second round here for Vitality.
It is looking likely, Anders. It is looking like it's going to pan out that way. So many angles for him to worry about going into a 1v3 retake. It just shouldn't be possible. Yep, he's going to get spotted, and shox is going to find his second kill for the round. So there we go, Anders. How many rounds in a row was that? That was 7 rounds in a row for Complexity.
Yeah. I mean...
yeah.
It's hard to celebrate, but it's something. And they don't care, do they? They're just like, all right. Poison, okay. 1 in 13, 25 ADR.
It's, I mean, that is a true outlier, though. That is a true outlier. Going into this match, yesterday we were checking stats between Simple and zywoo, and it's just like you have to scroll back 2 years to find a red event for this guy. So
not anymore.
Maps are different, to be fair. I know, you're playing that game. We're not done yet. The event, and there you go. zywoo waking up takes Rush's head off.
That's nice. Where's that been all along? If he could do that, why hasn't he, you know?
True, Anders.
Like, his team's really, really badly needed that. It's a good opening. shox here, going to be catching a kill. I mean, again, you could, I think for like half a second, I was thinking, should I wait to see if there's more? But no, just get it done. Don't overthink anything right now. 5 versus 3, and they're all set up towards the B bomb site. I mean, they're gambling. They have to. And Vitality, how much energy do they want to put into finding out where the rest of them are? You don't need to find everyone. You just need to find one player from Complexity to figure out what's going on here. Oh, boost. shox is on the other side. He is reading this. He's absolutely... No! No! he just checkmated them, and they just wiped the pieces off the board. You can't do that.
He turns out that shox was playing checkers.
I guess. Oh wow. Lameth coming in the kill on RBG. This cannot be real. Out in the open, jaCkz. No! He takes down one more, and it's on misuta from a 5-on-3 into a 2 versus 1, favoring Complexity. Yeah, the bomb is going to be going down, but he can't escape. He can't get out from here. He's going to go straight for the fight. The Molotov is further behind him, and Blameth, he's up there. misuta thinks he's already checked it, but now he's out there. And when he goes to re-peek it, he's right down in front. He's got no idea. He snuck in behind, and it will be the round for Complexity, winning the 5-on-3 in an absolutely grotesque fashion. 13-2 at the end of the half. We're going to see it right here. Oh, this is such a disgusting play from jaCkz. He is doing so much better. And I can understand that frustration, because that is absolutely excruciating. Second half is going to be coming up right after the break. It's the French.
It's not the only thing that needs to be shut down right now, Anders. We're losing it. Vitality now, yeah. This is it on the CT side. And shox straight into mid to get that info. No time wasted. Top mid, hoping for a fight, hoping for a duel. And at least he doesn't lose his head, but he does get a little bit of info.
Yeah, worth it. Good idea. Credit. A for effort. I think it's always worth it to try and do something like that. They do have a P250 on that side on Poison, and he's been playing out of his mind. So yeah, I don't blame shox for being a bit careful on that one. And then there's a 4-man setup, and actually side was pushed out, which it feels like Complexity know. And with the flashbang, they definitely know. So if they had the bomb and were ready to go over on the A side, it would be amazing. But they kind of don't. They're still able to challenge and punish that, and they drop zywoo. So that's a very, very fine early kill. And there's still over a minute left. So they're going to be good. zywoo had 2 kills in the first half.
It's like, are we talking about the right guy? Hold on, I'm checking the spelling of the name. 2 kills.
One of them isn't an O or like a 0.
Yeah. Dude, this is a very uncharacteristic performance from zywoo. But it just goes to show how reliant Vitality become on him, but also how expensive we are. We expect him to perform in that fashion.
Yeah. shox, it's so close. Yeah, he has to make the move, and Rush turns around, almost like he knew. Now he'll still go down, so it's still a really important kill. 4-on-4, after plant is in effect. Config holding the smoke, and Poison, he's not afraid of anything right now. Oh, they're gonna come charging through! They jump through the smoke to catch them. That is such a disgusting play. 14-2, and Complexity pick up the pistol round in the second half. What a great idea. Man, you're gonna have a heart attack if you're down there on the CT side.
I'm becoming more and more of a Blameth fan. If it was possible to become more of a Blameth fan, I mean, look at how deadpan he is, how cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, yeah, everything's going according to plan. This is exactly what we worked on. This is all going as I envisioned it would. Natural born leader right there.
Yeah, I mean, again, he was so early to make this move to move to Dallas to pick up, and then like before this team was even fully assembled, right? He was like, I'm in, I'm doing it. And I mean, I'd say that's kind of a bold move before you really know what's on the table, but it's been working out. jaCkz, probably the most criticized member of this team for a while. Today, though, he has reclaimed a lot of that brand of his. And if this can continue, the thing you have to realize, though, is that this isn't even like the peak level of jaCkz. So, if this is the warm-up and there's still more to come, I'm really curious. Another triple for him right here. He is also rocking in at 16-6, but really everyone is doing it. I think Rush is a little bit further behind, but I think that's just because there are no more kills left in the map for him to get at the moment. So, yeah. 15-2 in favor of Complexity. They're just a round away. I don't think we're going to see Nuke, Sam. You're not going to get that.
I mean, no, but what's really crazy, Anders, is that we haven't had a single series go to 3 maps yet.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
At some point, we are going to get a third map, and
But not today.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Listen, G2 better strap in. The geniuses are coming for him, man. We are seeing the revival.
Okay, well, I'm interested. I'm excited now. I think this is really cool. What a cool story this is for Complexity. They have really been out in the wilderness for a long time, you know, lacking poison, and just it's not been going well. And it, you know, again, sort of that coinciding with jaCkz coming into the team, it's been real chaos. But now it seems like it is on track, and it's fantastic. RPK goes down, trying to defend this, but it is just not going to be possible. They line up coming out of the squeak door, and it's a double kill, and that is it. 16-2 as they take down the second best team in the world on just 2 maps.